of prosecution and defending himself. That's today and tomorrow. We'll keep you updated. But right now, we want to shift focus to the net, what Kenyans are talking about online. And I'm joined by Anne Veronica from the digital desk, who's in all black. I wonder if it's a Black Wednesday. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. I hope you're not dressing for any occasion.
Well, not really.
Okay. Good to know. Anyway, let's shift focus, because yesterday we had breaking news reaching our studios about a certain building in Uthiru that was collapsing, actually sinking. So I wonder how it actually fell for the ones who are on the ground floor. Tell us more in terms of the updates we have so far and what Kenyans are saying.
Well, I'll start with the updates we have so far. As of yesterday, the police officers were saying that all the families have been accounted for apart from 2, but those 2 have now been accounted for. Those 2 are a minor and an adult. They have been accounted for, and authorities also said that 10 people suffered minor injuries and they were all attended to as of yesterday. So there have not been a big there haven't been big damage done, but the netizens were actually hoping that there's not going to be any death and nothing big has happened. But netizens are now questioning why such, because they're assuming it's something to do with the foundation being weak, and they're actually asking why the contractors have not been questioned yet, because we haven't seen update on people being made to take the fault or anything. But we hope that it's going to happen soon, because that is a sign of poor construction, and the fact that someone was assigned to do that, and there was supposed to be regulations to be followed. Someone was supposed to see that the regulations are also followed. They're saying that they're hoping someone will actually be accountable for such an incident.
Well, with the little knowledge we have, you'd obviously know that the building is only as strong as the foundation. So definitely it would be pointing fingers to the contractors and all those who are involved in the construction of that particular building. But it's good to know everyone is safe and there were no casualties at all, even as those 10 suffered minor injuries. Away from that, I hear yesterday Luthuli Avenue, the famous street in the CBD, was a no-go zone as the traders and some officers, anti-counterfeit officers, actually faced off against each other. And I don't know if you've ever worn Adidas. You know, you go to Luthuli to look for Abibas.
And you get Adidas.
Exactly. Talk to us about that.
Well, Luthuli has a reputation for having counterfeit products. Actually, not only Adidas and Adios, but also the electronics, and mostly the electronics. Actually, the kind of, you'd go searching for JBL and you'll get, I don't know, JLB or something. And so yesterday, the counterfeit officers, counterfeit officers went to do their rounds and raids in that avenue. But now this time round, the traders were saying, no, you will not do it. So there were chaos and they were fighting them off. Well, netizens have mixed reactions towards this, because according to the comments that I was reading, well, it seems like a few of them have suffered from the Luthuli Avenue traders, because they were saying some of them are really, like, you would buy an electronic from that avenue, but by the time you're going home, it's not even working. It could be earphones, it could be earbuds or anything, but they have suffered from counterfeit products. While others were saying that these anti-counterfeit officers should not have come to the avenue, but would have started their raids from the ports, from where these products are coming from, so that they can curb this supply, so that it doesn't get to Luthuli Avenue. But yes, well, according to netizens, they are on the side of anti-counterfeit officers.
Well, it definitely makes sense, nipping it at the bud, you know, trying to block it from the point of entry, because some of these traders have actually paid taxes on these goods. So we sort of get the distaste they had when the anti-counterfeit officers had to come and sort of try and clamp down on the counterfeit goods that are at Luthuli. But it's also proper to note that there are original things in Luthuli as well. So it's not all fake.
Yeah, well, I have bought something from Luthuli and it's still working till date. Oh, we thank God.
I'm
so yeah,
curious.
there are a few things that are original. It's not like the whole avenue.
Definitely, it's proper to note that. So away from Luthuli matters, let's shift focus to the great marathoner Eliud Kipchoge, who has definitely trended on social media due to his reservations around online abuse. He was the on the receiving end, rather, when the world marathon record holder passed on not too long ago. What exactly did he say that got netizens talking?
Well, it is what he said and what he did.
Okay.
He was having an interview with the BBC and he sobbed. He broke down during the interview because he was saying he suffered so much from the cyberbullying he went through. What happened is when Kevin Kiptum died, Eliud Kipchoge congratulated him and at the same time sent his condolences messages to the family and the people who are and the friends. Well, people were asking him, when he broke the world record, why did you not congratulate him? And they were having really, insane assumptions. I cannot say them here because it's something that's not proven. Yeah. And so Eliud suffered from that kind of cyberbullying because people were saying nasty things towards him, addressing him as, those things that they were saying. But now Eliud Kipchoge did not he actually talked about it afterwards, a few days after the incident of Kiptum. But now when he was talking about it to the BBC, he broke down and he was crying. Well, netizens are actually feeling guilty. Some of them are saying that it's not that, it's just they were competitors. And the fact that Eliud did not take the war to social media, that shows that he was a bit mature. He was very mature. And they were feeling that they let a legend down. Well, Eliud Kipchoge also was actually saying that these companies that own social media platforms should come up with a way to regulate these faceless accounts because they're the ones who are saying things that, because they are sure they cannot be tracked, they cannot be traced. So they end up saying nasty things to people and bullying people on the internet, which is entirely not allowed. He is not the first victim. We have seen a few people. Even our own former president, this could be a bit funny because he was saying he left Twitter because he was being bullied. Unasoma, usiku, unaamka, unasoma, unapata tu unakuwa bullied. So that's why he left. I don't know if you know such a sound from him. Yeah. And yeah, so cyberbullying is a very big thing in this country. And other countries actually know Kenya for cyberbullying. They say that you cannot mess up with a Kenya online. But actually, when you come to the ground, we have seen people, tourists leave the country saying that actually, guys, visit the country, it's not that bad. They treat you well face to face. But I'm asking, why can't we just have this nice treatment that we give people face to face and have it online too? It's not that hard. Just stop saying nasty things to people. You're hurting people.
You know, it's easy to troll until you're on the receiving end. So at times, think of when the shoe is on the other foot, how exactly you'd handle it. So as we finalize, let's briefly talk about Miss USA 2023, Noelia, who seems to have resigned from her position. And it definitely brings into focus the challenges of mental health, especially with people who are on the limelight and how they're able to deal with it. Talk to us about it briefly.
Well, Noelia, the 2023 Miss USA, has resigned from her role, her title, has let down her title because she was saying that she has to prioritize her health and especially her mental health. And again, she was actually an activist against cyberbullying. And we see where this goes after we've talked about Kipchoge and cyberbullying. So people need to prioritize their mental health too. And I don't know if you know this song by Beyonce called Pretty Hearts.
Of course I do.
Yeah, it talks about how models are forced to smile. You have to pretend that you're okay. Anytime you're in front of cameras, you have to show that everything is fine and smile like, oh, guys. So I think people should take care of their mental health, and that's why she has resigned from the title. Okay. Well, it shocked most of her followers because that's something that's unexpected. Many people actually work towards having such a title, and seeing people who have the title already dropping it is a bit, it seems mysterious. But she's not the first one to drop it. She's not the first person to suffer from such issues, but actually decide to take care of her mental health. But we hope all goes well for her.
We definitely wish her all the best. Personal question, have you ever participated in beauty pageants?
I was a model at some point, trained.
Anyway, away from that, as we finalize, Vladimir Putin is still in power. He was just sworn in for an extra 6 years. Now, this is Russia's strongman. Those of us who have benefit of hindsight, you remember the strongmen like Stalin and whatnot. It seems he's following in those particular footsteps in terms of sitting at the top of leadership in Russia.
Well, okay, some Russian netizens, I have seen some of them congratulating him and saying he's a strong, powerful man, while others they are having their own reservations. And actually, it's the same thing happening on the ground too, because these results were boycotted by several countries, and the elections were held after a few weeks after Vladimir Putin's competitor, Putin's competitor died. His name is Alexei. Alexei. And well, so many things have come up. Well, some of the things that are trending out of his inauguration is that he walked up several flights of stairs without looking like he's panting, and netizens are now comparing him to other leaders who are like 71 or older or less than him.
Don't mention names.
I'm not mentioning names. Oh, I don't want to mention names. And something else that was trending is that he met up with his 5th grade teacher and he gifted her flowers. Well, people were saying that is an act of compassion, while others are thinking it's